Britain may be leaving the EU, but it was the centre of attention at the two-day summit. Prime Minister Theresa May offered gratitude for the bloc's solidarity against Russia.
The threat that Russia poses respects no borders, and it is a threat to our values.
The EU ambassador to Moscow has been recalled. Several European governments, including Lithuania, Poland and Denmark, are looking to expel Russian diplomats. Germany and France have raised the prospect of further measures.
We have said very clearly that we view this as a serious challenge for our common security.
Moscow has repeatedly denied involvement and accused the European Union of following an anti-Russian campaign launched by London.
The readiness of the European Council to agree with the British version of the incident in Salisbury can be explained only by the will to support Prime Minister of Britain Theresa May, who finds herself in a difficult position.
In little more than a year, Britain will officially leave the EU. Can it rely on EU solidarity in the future?
No one has an interest in unpicking our security cooperation. What I do worry about is the medium term. That is to say, if these negotiations go badly, if the trade deal isn't very good, what might well happen is that both sides engage in blaming the others.
Talks can now begin on what that future relationship will look like after leaders rubber-stamped a transition period until December 2020.
The prospect of a cliff edge at the end of December 2020 looms large because most people who know anything about international trade think it is unlikely, if not impossible, that we see a trade deal negotiated and ratified between now and the end of December 2020.
Britain will be looking to strike new trade deals outside the EU, just as signs of a new global trade war emerge. Europe was given a temporary exemption on Washington's proposed tariffs on steel imports, pending negotiations. EU leaders voiced anger that the exemptions aren't permanent.
It gives the impression that there is, in the head of the United States, a will to negotiate with the European Union by putting a gun to our head. It is not a loyal way to negotiate when we are such historically solid partners.
European leaders also discussed relations with Turkey amid concern over its military operations in Syria. In a further sign of worsening relations, the EU condemned what it called Turkey's continued illegal actions after clashes over gas and oil exploration rights off Cyprus. Ankara and Brussels are due to hold a summit Monday in Bulgaria. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.